It's like the one thing that he'd get a pass for. And I'm like, he found it. Such a hacker.
Can we do a show sometime where we all wear like horrendous sunglasses like these?
I can go get sunglasses right now, and I would perfectly content to wear them. All right, done. Because honestly,
Do you really? We got this. Go, Blake.
Hustle.
You got this, Blake. You guys are champions. Start a movement.
Are you nervous when I say there's 2 minutes?
Not at all. I've been there before. The train came one time and I had to buy 6 minutes. Well, I monologued. I'm like, just another typical Tuesday for me. Oh, but when you're only running on 2.5 hours of sleep and have a migraine,
It's like due to a small child, or
yeah, mainly. Well, not. I can't even fully blame him, but yeah, yeah. Wow, I did not expect. Are we both wearing blenders?
Yeah, no, well, these are
They're
blenders.
not. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Mine are so scratched up and just
Mine are too.
heinous.
Mine are too.
Ah, that's so funny. I really expected you to have the. You know how girls are wearing those really narrow?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I totally
that'd be
expected you to walk in with that look. No, we're not. Are we?
Yes, I'm so serious.
Cool. But no, I really. What's that look? Who made that popular?
Glasses.
See, even Jan thinks they're stupid. This is the Matrix. I love it. I feel like we're
Matt has started a trend. It's not a good one.
Nope.
But I will admit, filtering the blue light helps.
It does actually. My headache is starting to tame down a little bit. Too many hours
do
in
this.
front of the screen.
There you go.
I mean, I think with the sunglasses, the algorithm will sense it.
I think people will wonder why we're wearing this.
No.
Actually,
look at the
nobody
most-
watches anyway.
The most famous podcasters, they always have glasses on.
Who would that be?
You're right. Joe Rogan is constantly wearing sunglasses.
What's his name? Do you watch the really raunchy podcaster with
Theo Vaughn, always
Theo
wearing
Vaughn.
glasses.
Dude,
Vaughn.
always.
Every time.
Yeah, he could
I
be
like
in the dark at a
No,
funeral.
David. Jan said.
Yes, David. This
For
is
what?
adding a whole nother element to the show that we were missing. Next, we need sombreros.
Who says? Did somebody write that, or are you saying
I'm
this?
just saying
The
this.
sombreros would be so epic right now.
I'd wear one.
No.
Uh,
Oh, we're ready. Here we go.
How many coupons have you clipped in your life? Still? Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Tried the other day.
All right, gang, it is that time of the week. It is time for the True Wealth Radio Show on this, the greatest Tuesday you have had all week. I'm your host, Dave Littlejohn, and in studio with me today is...
Matt Dixon.
And because we've decided Blake may as well be on the show on occasion because we make her set cameras up and set up the live stream and everything, so we got that working.
She
so,
adds a different angle to the show. It's raw. It's fresh.
Yeah. Raw, fresh. If you are streaming on, if you go check out the live stream, what you're going to realize also is it's ridiculous. Everybody is. So Matt, you're fighting like a headache.
Yeah.
I'm fighting being old, and Blake's just fighting to fit in right now, I think.
But hey, more power to her, right?
Exactly. So welcome aboard. We have got kind of a fun show, I think. It
Okay.
sounds fun, only because this one I think we can all relate to. If you don't relate to some of this, then I want to like figure out how to
Maybe
get you
they're
to
just
call
not
in.
an American.
That would be one consideration. I
Yeah.
feel like that's probably not true.
Over exaggerate, David. I've been trying to teach you this for years.
Matt's got marketing lingo down. It's like, Dave, take something subjective and then blow it out of proportion. People
Exactly.
love it.
hmm
And I'm like, I'm so bad at this.
When you go out to lunch, it's either the worst food you've ever had or the best food you've ever had.
It's really funny because I am conditioned, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm on the spectrum or something about this. I just can't quite go there. It bugs me when somebody says the best, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the best is a pretty high bar, like the best coffee ever, and I'm like, it tastes like coffee, but I can't really call this the best ever.
What if you just look at it like
Yeah, you can't live in mediocre land, right? Like everything needs to be either great or horrible, and then
great outlook of everything?
yeah, ride the
Just,
roller
like,
coaster.
everything's
Well,
so great.
Ride the
But
roller
here's-
coaster.
All right, so everybody, have you ever seen The Incredibles?
Yes.
Right?
all
Remember
of them.
the bad guy was Syndrome, right?
Yes.
And Syndrome he's like mad about the supers because they have superpowers and he doesn't. So he creates fake superpowers, right? And then he decides he's going to sell them to everybody for the highest bidder. And he says, because when everybody's super, no one is. And I'm like, this is the thing. If everything is the best or the worst, it's like, then it's never the best or the worst. And that's kind of
No,
my take.
each
Is
day
I'm
is
like,
a new day.
Yeah.
Each day is a new day.
except Matt. If I tell you that I think something is the best,
Uh-huh.
do you believe me?
No.
Interesting. So
Because
yeah,
you
you're
never
right.
used that word.
Right. If I told you I thought something was like really good, though, he'd be like, "It's probably really good," because Dave never says that.
I mean, true.
When he does come
So
poor.
it's true. So it's almost like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Sort of, and it's probably not great for marketing because in the investment landscape, everybody's they tend to respond to the hyperbolic stuff, like the best IRA ever, and I'm like, how can you even say that? That's not a thing. But
It's
I don't
easy.
know.
You just put the word best in front of it, and then it's what it is.
it doesn't work with trust for me. What can I tell you? Oh man.
Cannot take you seriously. Sunglasses, baby.
I can. Your credibility score went from like a 78 to a 73.
Would it help if I was way more serious the whole time?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
No.
You look like you're off.
That
Matrix.
movie.
No.
What?
Men in Black.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. I am kind of yeah, that's what so whatever.
All right. So, David, when we were putting this show together, do you want a little bit of backdrop on how this whole thing came about?
Yeah, first of all right, go ahead and tell the story because it is hilarious.
Yeah. So, as a joke, I sat down at my computer and I have a prompt writing script that I've built, and I prompted it with, "Let's create the worst radio show we've ever done." Just out of curiosity, right? Like, what's
Yeah.
the worst? Because remember, I'm a man of extremes. And it gave me a really awful show. And I'm like, gosh, that's like really cringeworthy. And I said,
Yeah.
I need to know what did it give you.
This is almost you can actually say it on radio if you want to. It's like it won't get you in trouble, but it is it is sort of foul.
I don't know.
I mean, like it won't get you in trouble with
When
the,
you're
like,
wearing sunglasses,
the
you
FCC
can
or anything,
no,
but
when you're wearing sunglasses, you can say whatever you want because you're unrecognizable. It's like a mask. No
all right,
one really
our
knows.
listeners are going to think it's funny. I'm going to let you say
No,
it.
it's a cliffhanger.
Okay.
So,
Never
Sorry, I
mind.
did
He's
that.
not going to say. He's like, no, my parents might hear it.
all right. So, but then I prompted it, let's make this an even worse show. And when I read through it, at first I'm like, yeah, this is really bad. But then I realized, no, it might be the best radio show we've ever produced.
What
You know what, though?
I love is like every
It's
show
so
we
bad
do
that it's
is
so
the
good.
best show.
No, but this time it might be the best.
You know the irony of all of this is I'm saying best, and what do I say at the start of the show? It's the best Tuesday I've had all week,
Yeah.
which is of course Ironic, because you can say that. It's the only
Mhm.
Tuesday you've had all week. It will be the only Tuesday you have all week, so there you go.
So what we're talking about, David, is we're going to look at the two different types of investors, right? On the
Yeah.
furthest extremes of each other.
And I'm going to throw rocks at definitions all day because I think maybe my job is to be the pessimist and you're the optimist. Is that what happened? Are you the good cop?
Yeah.
Wait, then what's Blake?
She's just a referee.
Oh, all right. Let's roll with that. Let's
Can
roll with that.
Can you be the referee today?
I can be the referee.
Are you
Okay.
going to like vote on who's right and who's wrong too?
Yes.
That
No?
is no fair. She's going to pick your side every time.
Hey,
Show is about what, Dave?
that would be a good show.
Okay, we'll try that sometime. We'll let the listeners send in the questions and we'll take turns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay, so David, the title of the show today is Coupon Kings and Crypto Queens. Okay?
Okay.
And so we're just walking through like personality traits. You've got people that are extreme, like they get their kind of like endorphins of like I clipped a coupon and I saved $1. And then you've got the other person who is more of the gambler and they're like, let me go buy some investment like crypto and just hope it goes to the moon, 100% risk on. So
I love this because this to me, all right, you want me to like already wet blanket this thing?
Sure.
I could tell you.
please do.
So the presupposition of this is flawed. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
Right? The idea, like, because inherent in the definition of, so you're either this or that. And I'm going to be like, you can be both of these, by the way. I
Don't
think
give away the ending.
Oh. Oh.
Jump to the end of the show.
Well, fiddlesticks. Yeah. Okay, look at the time. I like it, but when you start with the term investor, like the first thing I want to do is throw rocks at you. And they're like, bro, why would you call this investing behavior? Because this is consumer behavior, it's buyer behavior, but I don't know that I can call coupon clipping or crypto investing.
That's fair. I'll
Right.
take that one.
So I'm like, all right, well, why don't we start with talk to me about like these are human behaviors that people have, right?
Yeah.
And I think it is fun to figure out. Like, you probably lean somewhere on the spectrum, by the way. I do think you're right, man.
Mhm.
I think most people they gravitate to one of these more than the other. Like it doesn't mean they won't. But
Right.
They just kind of
They
just
have a lean.
gravitate, you know.
So, like, if you're listening to the show, maybe try and self-identify as we walk through this. Which way do you lean? And then how do we maybe kind of become more in the middle? Is that fair? Do you
Yeah.
think?
Or let's do this, right? Let's talk like which way do you guys lean, and then let's talk about a little about well, why do you think you lean that way, and what parts of it are normal, and then what parts of it are
Pure
like
neurotic.
yeah, like your thinking's actually maybe off, right? This ends up being kind of a study of behavioral finance, by the way. If you
Yep.
really wanted to unpack what we're talking about, under the hood of this is the study of behavioral finance, how and why we make decisions.
Okay.
Okay. And so if you can better understand that, you're going to become more successful. But let's start with this simple and relatable idea. Some of you guys are big risk takers, and some of you guys aren't even thinking about risk. You're like big, you're coupon clippers, you're
dollar
savers,
savers,
right?
yeah.
You drive revenue, you cut expenses. What's it going to be, right?
Sure. That's a great frame up.
Okay. So let's start like define for me like what are the two?
Okay, so oddly enough, most Americans are actually couponers to some extent, some way more than others. But right now, the stats say that 92% of people are going out of their way to clip coupons, but half of the people that are clipping them forget to redeem them at all.
So I don't know about you. So we shop at a number of places, but Fred Meyer's is one of the ones, and they've got like this digital coupon thing, and you
Is it
take a
kinda
picture
like
with the app.
Safeways?
I think so. You like take the barcode, you
Yep.
zap it with the app,
Yep.
and then it links to your number.
Yep.
And when you put in your code, like you get the coupon.
Yeah.
That
I
to
used
me
to get addicted
is
to
cool.
that. My wife hates it.
I kind of am on that train.
You
Wait, which one? The addicted or the hates it?
The hates it. Because
Really?
Old school.
You just want to grab and go. Well, you've also got 2 kids. You don't have the time. You're trying to make sure that they don't.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just.
So, but here's so for me,
Yeah.
I put like my grocery list because yes, shop from a list. You don't buy as many things you don't need. I still buy them anyway. Don't worry. But like I open the app immediately as I walk in, and then I can just hit the little barcode and it's there, and it takes almost no time because it's while I'm buying it. The coupon's next to the thing I'm buying, so just zap it right when I grab it.
So, do you want to hear a dirty secret?
Tell me.
I might be the ultimate couponer. And
That's true, by the way.
My wife actually despises it. There was a season where we shopped at Safeway religiously. And I would go there.
Like you
and
pray before you went in.
I got to the point where I lived. Yeah,
It was a religious experience
Yeah, it was.
here. It's like,
It was,
Lord
like-
bless this shopping trip.
Oh man, it got bad.
It's true, right? The way prices are, that's
No.
probably real.
You don't understand how bad it got. It got to the point to where I wouldn't buy anything unless it was part of one of the sales, right? And so I'd go through and I'd be like, okay, $5 if you spend 30 or more. Oh, I get $4 off that, 50% off my meat. And I'd come home and she'd be like, why do you have like Doritos and orange and a thing of toilet paper? 100%. And I'd be like, I saved 80% on this trip. I got all of this for like $20. And she'd be like, cool, now go back to the store and get all the other stuff. And then I'd end up at Sherm's or some other
By
place.
the way, you and your wife are like the yin and the yang.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like your relationship. You really do this because you've talked to me about like the gas theory too. Like she's just wherever it is, I just get the gas. I don't even look at the price.
She doesn't. You could ask her right now, what does a gallon of gas cost? She won't even be in the ballpark. She has no idea.
Yeah.
What?
100%. She never looks at
like,
the price.
What's it cost? And she's like 13 units.
She could literally pull up to a gas station that's $20 a gallon, and she would fill up because she never looked at the price.
Way.
Oh, way.
I don't know. It sounds because
Dude,
I don't want to make it sound like I don't want it to sound like you're throwing your wife under the bus here.
She's just like, the price is what it is, and all the gas stations are within 10 cents of each other, so it's not a big deal to me. Just like, if I need gas, I'm gonna pull over and get gas.
Right
Now, she has shown improvement though.
Well, that's good. All right, good. So I'm going to pause you on this one, right?
Not with gas.
No, guys, we got to look at the clock. It's crazy. Like,
you know what?
We
Forget
must be
your
having
clock.
fun. We're like blazing through this. We'll grab a break. When we come back, let's talk for just a brief second before we transition the concept of like extreme couponing. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Matt, you're almost there. This will be fun. We'll be right back. I'm Dave Littlejohn.
And Matt Dixon.
And you got True Wealth on News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN. Oh, we must be having fun because we're 20 minutes in.
And we've never had this many listeners.
No, we what?
We've never had this many listeners.
How many listeners?
4. It's not false, so.
Glasses. Blake took hers off. She's like, I can't do this.
And now we went down to 3. Good job, Blake. Way to mess it all up.
Might have been me. I took mine off.
She lost the glasses, and we lost 25% of our listeners. Really?
I don't know.
Is her mic on and up?
No.
Oh,
She
on
means
the
on
YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah. So what if I put my?
Go for it.
What if it's right there?
It's fine.
I feel like this is closer than it was before.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, those mics pick up from a distance. You'd be surprised. Just turn it like that, because if you're talking this way and I'm talking this way.
just ask Jen. Can she hear you now?
Yeah. Test. 1, 2, 3.
Test.
I will say
1,
that
2,
the
3.
microphone is officially completely in your face now on the video.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's all right. Just do some bobbing and weaving, where you're like in the shot.
It just doesn't work. Dang it.
Nope,
Just
now
hold
Blake's
it.
going to be it. What you need is.
I need something right.
Wait, there's
here.
another microphone stand, right? Do we
Yeah.
have another mic stand?
Right there.
So yeah, just take that. Plunk
Put it
between
right there. I'll hold the laptop.
Here. All you have to do is there. You kind of break stuff and break stuff. That might even work. Just might work.
Tighten that knob.
Ours are across your face. Thanks, Jen. Right there. Okay. Test.
Watch this. I gotta find an answer.
Test. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello. It's not horrible. I just need to. trips on a cord.
Yeah.
Whole system goes down.
All right, gang, welcome back to the True Wealth Radio Show. Dave Littlejohn in studio with
Matt Dixon.
and
Blake Nullspot.
And we're having some fun. We already ran long on the first segment. Now we got to talk maybe a little faster. Guys, reminder, you can grab a podcast at littlejohnfs.com. It'll post tomorrow, and you can get caught up with us. We're also streaming live on YouTube if you want to see Matt in sunglasses. Blake and I gave up. So here's the question. What do you know about extreme couponing?
I know that when people get too far down that rabbit trail, they end up with a basement full of stuff. And they have like 20 years of toilet paper and stuff starts going bad, or they're selling it and having garage sales.
Yeah, it's like, boy, well, I have 11 jars of spaghetti sauce, but it only cost me $3. Like,
bathing in spaghetti sauce.
Maybe it's a thing.
You wouldn't even have to get a spray tan. The red hues of the sauce would start to give you a tan.
Go on, Matt. We're all listening now.
Yes.
Carry on. Everybody out there is listening, wondering where is he going with this.
Hey, I would totally be down for anything.
Spaghetti sauce spray tan?
Look tanner.
Hey, if you got it for like 2 pennies a jar, it might be cheaper than going to the tanning salon.
I don't think the tone would be right.
I'm with you, Blake. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never know until you try.
Yeah. Let's talk about the next thing on the list, shall we? So extreme couponing gets you a lot of spaghetti sauce. You've established that.
Yep.
What's the other end of the spectrum here?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you mentioned the crypto thing
Oh.
in our intro.
Yes.
So I think this is kind of hilarious because we pick on this one. I struggle with crypto from an investment perspective because I still look at this and I think, every time somebody explains to me why Bitcoin's a miracle, I go, yeah, but what does it do? And their whole point is like, well, no, it exists in this ecosystem with these characteristics, and therefore it represents value. And I'm like, but it's value referenced to what? And then somebody says, well, but the fiat currencies are like that too. And then, except the fiat currencies have like a military behind them. And so, like, Bitcoin...
Bitcoin has a military behind it.
Go on.
A military of keyboard warriors.
Oh, yeah. They're very dangerous.
Those Reddit board guys are dangerous.
It's true.
What they did to GameStop for all of a couple weeks.
It was remarkable.
Yeah.
These are the same guys that talk about eating crayons, right?
Have you ever ate a crayon?
I have not, so...
It might be the best experience of your life.
It seems like it might be
Am I
good
supposed to
texture.
read them?
It might be good texture. It seems like it might.
It could be.
Like, Matt,
Dude,
you are a financial professional.
there are people that are addicted to eating like
Chalk.
copper. Remember the people that
Toilet paper.
Yeah.
Okay, this is deteriorating
It's because
rapidly.
They clip too many coupons. And they're like, "What's for dinner?"
This
Spaghetti
is
sauce
going
and toilet paper.
downhill faster than I had imagined. Okay, so my new role is babysitter. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, Blake failed her job. As
You were
babysitter.
supposed to be referee.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I forgot.
We gave you
There.
one job.
Put me back in, coach. Oh, wait, I'm the referee.
Yeah, like you weren't out.
You gave her too much control too early.
Okay, we're gonna get back on this, right? So the whole thing about crypto is it's the other extreme,
It
right?
is
You
because,
got
like, do you remember back in like 21, 22 or something? Didn't Bitcoin drop like over 70% in like a year or something, and then it whipsaws and goes up 100% the next 12 months or something like that? It was a crazy experience, but a lot of those people were like buy and hold, and it's gonna go to the moon.
and so far those people have been right.
Yeah.
So far,
I
Bitcoin has gone
literally had
way
a
high.
friend who, in high school, sold all of his Microsoft shares that his parents gave him,
Mhm.
took all the money and just bought Bitcoin, and to this day, still holds it.
Okay,
Yeah, and I'm like, congratulations, you're probably sitting on,
a good chunk.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's really interesting.
It can
The
work.
joke that I know is that how do we know what Bitcoin is worth? Because it's priced in dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, well, so what does that mean?
When your dollar erodes and your Bitcoin doesn't, you look like a genius.
Except that it's still priced in dollars. It's to me, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
So all of this to get back to, all right, I don't want to have the conversation. Somebody out there is screaming like, nope, crypto's the next best thing ever, and I'm still looking at it and going, and maybe this is me just defending my position because like I haven't bought crypto, and so it's me kind of digging in and saying like, nope, not gonna do it. Like I don't want to be that guy. I just literally am like, I don't get it. Like, there's no business model to Bitcoin. It has these characteristics that say, well, it's a digital asset and it's finite.
But there's a lot of other really, I'm air quoting this, risky investments, right, that are out there that aren't crypto that could apply in this situation. Because we're kind of comparing
investors in
the two.
Nvidia have probably made as much money as they have in Bitcoin.
Probably.
If you bought like shares of Nvidia pre-IPO and you still own them today, you're probably up as much or more than Bitcoin.
Right. So you kind of got two different mindsets. You've got that coupon logic, which was like the discipline and consistency, and then you've got more of the crypto type brain, where it's like I have this vision of it exploding, and I'm just going to be patient and see where it goes.
Well, and it's interesting because in between, it kind of is like there's the extreme saver and then there's the gambler.
Yeah. What if
Right, that's kind of the spectrum that we're describing here in behaviors. But I think what we really should do is talk about what drives the decision under the hood of this. Like, why do some people lean this way, and what are they thinking, and what are they maybe missing?
What if it's like just fear based? What if that's what's pushing it?
Go on.
Well, like some people are really like driven by this fear of missing out, right? And so they're like, well, if everyone's making all this money in Nvidia, I need to make money in Nvidia, and I know they've already been making money for the last 2 years, but I can't miss it. So even if the train's left the station, I'm jumping in, right? Because I can't live with the fear of missing out on being part of the movement.
Yeah, I think that sometimes it's just greed. People are making money, and I want to make money, so I'm going to go do it too.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if that's a fear of missing or just a greed of and chasing.
I think that fear of missing out goes both ways, though. Like the couponer, they might fear missing out on the savings, right? Because that's what I fear. I go in there and I'm like, oh, the beef is priced at $6 a pound. What if I could have opened the app and got it for $3?
I think
Even if
that.
you already had
See, I think
plenty
that
of
Matt, you turn things
meat.
into a game. I think you've gamified couponing personally,
Maybe.
and there's a competition with yourself to save money, and it's
Maybe.
like you're losing if you pay full price,
Yeah.
right? And I've just seen the way that you kind of behave in all of these things, and so for you, it's literally the game of negotiation. And the funny thing is, like, does it matter where the price was set? Because if I double the price of something and then tell you it's half off and you accept the price,
You're still gonna
do you
feel
feel like a win?
Hey, that's why I quit shopping on Prime Day. Because I've noticed that they jack the prices of things up the couple days before Prime Day, and it's like you actually spend more thinking that you're getting a 50% off deal when it was like $2 cheaper last week. So I'm like, no, I'm boycotting that because I've caught up to your foolish games.
Who knows if you're even actually getting
Yeah,
Aha.
most of the time you're not.
Everybody listen closely. Notice what he said. I've caught on to your foolish games. What did we say earlier? It's like a game to Matt. It's a competition.
Dang it. Is that a point for David?
possibly.
The referee is debating. We'll confer later.
Wasn't trying to get a point. Was trying to say, guys, listen, everybody out there,
It's
this
behavior.
this is a human behavior, right? And so what Matt's illustrating is part of his wiring. And so what it's important then for Matt to know, well, I'm wired like this. And so sometimes that can be really beneficial, but other times it may cloud my judgment.
Right, because
and
you
so
can
I
miss
need to be
out on
aware.
an opportunity.
Right.
If you feel like you got, like, it's bitten me before, where it's like, Matt, you should have just bought the thing. That was a smoking deal.
Yeah, it can make you defer because you're trying to get a better deal.
Yep.
It can make you buy things you wouldn't have otherwise bought just because it's on sale and it's a win if I get it, right?
Yeah.
And so you find yourself maybe engaging or disengaging from the reason for the purchase because you're playing the game.
I think part of why I like it, though, is sometimes it's like, then comes the story, right? You know you wanted this thing. You knew you were only willing to spend X amount. And then it's like, I waited 3 years, but I finally got it for $700 instead of $2,000. So, haha, I win.
Yeah, and then the flip side of this is, yeah, but you went 2 years or 3 years without it.
Without it, yep.
And
That
so
is
did you
the-
win? Right? What's
Exactly.
the utility? And so this is really interesting. Let's keep this in mind. There's the gamification. That's a real thing, right?
We need to bring a psychologist in.
Well,
immediately.
I'm gonna try to play amateur psychologist with you, And so I want everybody to think about this term, the utility of the purchase. Okay, I know, boo, right? It's
You're taking the wind out of my sails. Say it a different way that makes me more excited.
The utility of the perp.
Not like that.
Say the same thing in a different tone. Like
A completely different way with different words.
Different words.
Yes.
it's got to be well, I would say look at one, the return on the investment, but also look at the time to benefit. Okay, like when is it going to pay off, right? So you kind of got to ground yourself in like, am I giving up opportunity, right? What's my opportunity cost look like, and what's my real cost? And so we're trying to weigh those. So I like to wrap it up in the word utility because I think it's a good one for our listeners. Remember, like utility of purpose is one where you're like, what does that mean? And like, oh, I heard this guy talk about it. And I think it means. So I'll unpack it more in a second. But look at the time. We got to take another break.
Jeez.
So
Already.
So stick around. When we come back, you want to understand, hey, I've got this psychology. We're going to unpack other types of psychology. Maybe you're not the person playing the game. Maybe you got a different strategy. Maybe you just want it done as fast as possible, right? We'll cover that and more when we come back. I'm Dave Littlejohn.
And Matt Dixon.
And you got True Wealth on News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN.
I'm going to need you to go online. Psychology.
If you could just print out a certificate, that's all that's required.
Also, do we have
Exactly.
YouTube comments? I feel like people
yeah,
got to be
somebody
loving.
Somebody did.
Love this.
Oh yeah. Yes, test good. Yes, I can hear you now.
There we go.
You know who it is? David?
Jan or Mike?
No.
Nope.
Then no, I don't.
And Brady.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's for future show when we'll invite them on.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. So some of the other things that we should. So the gamification thing, I just realized that's kind of your jam, Matt.
Yeah.
Like you like the negotiation.
Yep.
Right. It's a thing, and I think for you, coupons is a way of beating the price person. Right. The game of like, well, I'm winning if I get a better price than what you posted on it.
I don't buy anything unless it's on sale.
And see, that's a psychology right there. The
Yeah.
sales psychology,
Well,
right?
It'll pain me for eternity. Like the Volkswagen wasn't on sale. It was the first car I ever bought that I didn't haggle them down to 50% of what they were asking for, or something to that effect. And so it's just like, ugh. And so to this day, I still complain about it almost every time I get in the Volkswagen. I'm like, this stupid car was overpriced,
So this is why I think the utility is super important, because that's part of the time. Like the benefit of getting something now, right?
Well,
Let me
yeah.
put it this way. Here's an example of utility. Your kid is screaming. It's 10 o'clock at night and you are starving, and like you get them McDonald's French fries, right? Not good for them. But in that moment, that is the most magical thing. Does it even matter what the price of the fries are? It's like, I just need the kid to stop screaming.
Yeah, I mean, even that rig had its own utility purpose. It was COVID. You couldn't get anything on sale because vehicles were in a shortage. And we had a kid on the way. You can't stop that.
Nope.
So there was a million different reasons why we needed it.
You just needed it.
Yeah.
It's interesting for you because one of the biases that we have, right? I'm similar. I like a good deal. I like to know that I am not. So this is something we should talk about on air too, is the difference between sufficiency and maximization in a decision. Okay?
Yeah.
Sufficiency is like, hey, I have a list. Once those boxes are checked, I'm good. As long as I've checked all of them off, I'm done, right? The maximizer says, no, I have to check as many boxes as possible compared to my other options, and that's the best one, right? Car salesmen hate me because I don't come in and say, here's my budget, how much car can I get? I come in and say, how much car will you let me buy at the best price?
Yes.
And they're like, well, what's your budget? I said, well, tell me what you're willing to make me pay, right? They hate that.
Uh-huh. I bet they do.
All right, gang, welcome back to the True Wealth Show. We are talking about, it's really behavioral psychology, but that doesn't get anybody interested, right? So we're just talking about, do you love clipping coupons? Do you love the game of finding things on sale? Do you love the thrill of trying to invest or speculate in something that's going to like shoot up in value really high? And like, where does this stuff come from? It's everybody out there listening, like we all know you're somewhere on the spectrum, right? Like, nope, I love me a coupon, I love me a great deal. And somewhere else so that's like, nope, give me a hot stock tip, I love it, right? Where do you live on that ratio, right?
Mhm.
And so we've been talking a little bit about this, and uh, we there's a couple things. One, I wanted to remind our listeners the concept of like I think using a utility as a filter is super helpful, right? Can we talk about your vehicle for a sec, Matt?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, like you mentioned during the break that you kind of resent the vehicle a little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah, I do.
Just give the backdrop for our listeners so they understand.
So every vehicle I had ever bought up until this point, I had either like haggled to like 50% of asking price, or it's a new rig and I got it $10,000 or $20,000 below MSRP, and then I turn around and I sell it for more than I bought it for. And here we've got a kid on the way, we've got a dog, and my wife is driving this tiny little Toyota Corolla that, I mean, I'm 6'6". I can't fit a car seat behind me and drive. My knees would be in my chin. And I'm like, all right, we got to get an SUV, right?
It didn't occur to him to put the kid on the passenger side.
No, that's not an option.
Oh, I thought about it. I'm like, how inconvenient is it going to be to like always have to move the car seat to be on the other end, right? Like otherwise, someone, then
Whether
we both
you're
can't.
driving
We also didn't
or-
discuss the quick clip bucket thing too, but
And
whatever.
then you got the dog that's breathing in your face, and I'm like, I can't do it, right? And that thing's high mileage. I'm like, no, we're getting a new rig. Now you look at this is COVID.
By the way, to the official in the room, like my job right now is to make him feel even worse about this until we're done until the utility
Oh
part.
yeah. Okay.
All right,
got
so
it.
so like
Okay,
so
got
so far you've rationalized getting rid of the Toyota. Go on.
Yeah, and now I have to justify to myself buying this other rig. And I'm like, okay. So I scour everywhere. Everything's over MSRP because it's COVID. And all the used rigs are the same price as the new ones. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to buy something, it better come with a crazy huge warranty. And somehow I better find it like at MSRP, not a markup above. So I finally do that. And I'm like, well, the payment is what it is. That's reasonable. And I get a lifetime unlimited mileage warranty. Literally, like unlimited. I can go to 500,000 miles, blow the motor. They have like no questions asked. They replace it.
Okay, this is I would buy that.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute. If I pay full price, at least I can make my wife drive this thing into the dirt, blow it up, and then get it replaced. So I'm like, watch me actually use that warranty, because most people won't. It's only good for the original owner. And I'm like, everyone gets rid of something after 5 or 10 years. I won't. I will make that warranty pay for itself. I will get my money back on this thing. So it's going to hit 300,000 miles, blow a motor, and we're going to push it even further.
And this is this is a conversation that takes place offline between Coach Dave and Matt, right?
No.
Because what would you say the utility of that vehicle was for you and your family?
The utility was, it was great. It's actually saved our lives, actually. The technology package in it. We were on
so
the
the
freeway.
safety systems were a benefit.
Yep, a semi-truck cut us off. I was in the passing lane. The vehicle, before I even saw it happen, it slammed on the brakes, and we didn't get squished between a semi-truck and the median. So I'm like, well, we spent 40 grand, but it saved everyone's life. So probably worth it.
Probably worth it.
Yeah.
Right? And beyond that, was there a better option?
There was not.
And did you need it?
And I needed it.
Okay. And so what you are somewhat resentful of is the timing was not within your control.
Perfect. Yeah, and I had to pay full price. Now, if it had been 2,000 or 3,000 below MSRP, I probably would be fine with it.
And so the interesting thing is, over the last few years, has that made a material difference in the quality of life? Like the overage of MSRP?
Oh, the vehicle has been great. Like, we use it all the time. It's more than paid for itself.
Right. And how well do you sleep knowing that if anything goes wrong, it's not your problem?
That's true. right? Because it's only got what 15,000 miles, an unlimited mileage warranty, and we don't owe anything on it. So it's like whatever.
So
at
do
this point.
you actually have resentment towards it?
Yes.
For what?
Just the fact that it was so expensive. Like, I don't know.
But
I'm still living
you're
in
listing
2012 when a vehicle
Aha!
was $1,000, not 40.
It's the 50-cent Snickers bar
It is.
phenomenon,
It
right?
is. I'm like,
You have an anchor point in your mind, and you just and it really what this is the exercise of like, bro, let it go, right?
I
Which
mean,
you have really for this story.
Yeah.
You're telling us this story. I know this doesn't keep you up at night. It just
No.
like in the scheme of things, this is one where it didn't feel like a W.
No.
But it probably was. But you're just not going to see it that way because of the circumstance.
Right. Well, go back to 2012.
Would a
Her and I-
2012 car be able to do and satisfy you the way that this car has?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
Like,
not.
The referee wins point
Yeah.
blank.
So the whole idea here, though, it's really tricky, right? Because isn't it funny how we anchor to different prices for different reasons, okay? And how that anchor price was arrived at? Like, what the heck does MSRP have to do with anything?
True.
That's never the real
And
price.
now you fast forward 3 years later or whatever, and that same rig's like 48. So it's like,
Right. And so in the scheme of this is the challenge, right? And I think it's important is we need to know this about ourselves, right? What is the thing that makes you tick? Okay. For the person that bought big, here's the other thing. There's some people that have their survivorship bias, right? This is the idea that the best investors aren't lucky. It's like, well, what if they are? There's just they had to get lucky several times in a row, and they're the only ones left. And so it looks like they're really talented. This, by the way, is one of my favorite things in like business. Most businesses that start up fail. Okay. But the handful that don't, and then some people become really successful. And what do? They parade out and they say, well, you got to follow your dream and, be passionate about it and, wake up early and do all the things that they say. It's like, those are probably all things you have to do. Right. But if you do all those things, it doesn't guarantee you'll be successful either. They just were. And, the all of the things in life did align. And I'm not trying to discount all the things they put into it, right? It's just interesting that some people will just immediately equate the fact that they were successful with what they did, and they'll discount the idea that there were other influencing statistics, right?
right.
My favorite example is, so Matt, you know how you don't like the car thing?
Right.
The first house that I moved into was a total meltdown, right? We moved in 2000, the very end of 2005. And so like we're talking mid-December 2005, and we were going to own it for 2 years and then roll out of it. And then 2008 shows up. By 2006, the house was upside down, right? Or sorry, we moved in 05. At the end of 07, at the 2-year point, the market collapses. And we literally are upside down in the house that we bought.
For a lot of years.
Yes. Yeah. And so what was supposed to be a 2-year situation turned into a 12-year situation. And we were just structurally trapped.
But at the same time, even though you were trapped, you still liked the home and you liked being there.
Well, we did. We built a home that we liked, and we're grateful for that. And so it's not that I resent the house, right? The timing just was what it was. Like, I can't help the fact that when we needed a house and when it happened, it's just what happened.
Right.
Right? It's just the nature of like, that's when I was married and I had kids and I had to do this. Yeah. So it's going to happen sometimes. And, there are elements of good luck and bad luck. Right? Had my timing been 4 years earlier or 4 years later, it would have looked very different.
True.
But just where I happen to be in the spectrum of all the things, okay. And again, it's not worth it to resent it, right? It's not. But it still comes up. And the problem though is it does color the way you approach money.
Yep.
You go through something like that, and it alters your perspective, right? Changes your parameters for how you assess risk. Okay. And so for you, like vehicle buying looks different now because you had to do it during COVID.
True.
Okay. For me, real estate looks different because I got blown up so hard during the 2008 mix up, right?
Yeah.
If I were to ask you, am I a decent real estate investor? What would you say?
I mean, proof is kind of in the pudding, right? Like, been a lot of good transactions that have been favorable.
Right. And yet the very first one that I did was a catastrophe by
Right.
by paper standards, right? And somebody
Yeah.
will say, well, you had to live somewhere. So, yeah, but the truth is I would have been money ahead to have rented.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you do the math, I would have had more money in my pocket had I been a renter than an owner at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just the reality of things. There are different benefits to ownership. I don't have to worry about, whether or not the landlord lets me put a nail in a wall.
True.
But still, those are issues, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, everything in your life plays into the psychology of how you deal with money. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we need to talk about then is great. You started the show this way, Matt. Okay, we got these two extremes. Some people it's risk, some people it's saving money. We're all wired for these things. I think the dirty secret is we probably have a little bit of all of these features in every one of us.
It's true. And how do
Right?
you marry those mindsets together to where
Yeah.
you can have a balance in your life to where you're not crazy Matt out here, yelling at car salesmen to give you $100 off versus
Well, and I want to say, like,
throwing your whole life savings at Bitcoin.
it's like before we even came to the studio, we kind of quizzed each other. And when we asked Blakeland, hey, where do you land on the spectrum? And she's like, I don't think I'm on the spectrum, which is a fun answer. And it's fun that you're the referee today because we're going to talk a little bit about, okay,
Can we put her on the spot?
yeah, we can.
Yes.
I think we can.
Uh-huh.
But we got to
Right.
take our last break. So when we come back, how do we balance these features within ourselves? How can we play referee for ourselves to make better financial decisions? That and more. I'm Dave Littlejohn,
Matt Dixon.
Like Glen Allspa.
and you got True Wealth on News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN.
Crushing it, you
By
guys.
golly, we got ourselves a little bit of a show going on. Who knew it? All of our
good.
viewers are like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Do you know how many amazing clips you're going to have from this?
At least two.
If this
Oh, too soon. Too soon. Oh.
okay. If this works,
It won't.
It
I
might.
feel like
Hey, when did you become the optimist and I became the pessimist?
I know. Yeah.
When I took my sunglasses off.
Put
rare.
them back on. You have to finish the show the right way. Everyone loved it.
Everyone loved
Everyone.
it. Everyone all four viewers.
All two of us loved it.
It's incredible.
And a listener, which basically means and if it's 75% or above, you round up to 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because 75% of the time, it works all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're looking math-wise, right? Like, what's closer to 100?
Well,
99.
by that, 125 is also close to 100.
Yeah. 51, closer to 100 than 0.
Oh, goodness gracious. That is funny. When did I become the optimist? Don't say such hurtful things, Matt.
Do I get a point, referee?
My job is to be I bring balance to the force. Come on. I'm the centroid. I'm the boring one.
We are so delayed. Why is that so delayed?
Because it gets me.
I am, by the way, I think I am almost the most average person on the planet in like every way except for my height.
What do you mean?
I'm the super generic.
Like your looks?
Yeah.
Physically?
All the things. I'm just the generic.
Because mentally, you're not.
I don't even know what that means.
You're not average.
No.
Are you
Definitely
insulting
messed up.
I'm trying to, but he didn't even get my joke. So.
Yeah, mentally, he needs work. All right, gang, welcome back to the home stretch of the True Wealth Show, where I, your host, Dave Littlejohn, I'm in studio with
Matt Dixon.
and
Blake Allspa.
we're about to put Blake on the hot seat. Why?
Yay.
Because she was making jokes about me being
Did
dumb.
you ever think you'd be here sitting in the seat having to talk to 20, 30,000 people at a time?
30,000?
Yeah.
No.
100%.
That's ambitious, but I love your optimism.
Round up. We've been through this all show.
Oh, so yeah, Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Sorry, it's a Ghostbusters reference. Maybe you guys are too young.
I definitely am.
Everybody listening, though, out there, like most of my people that listen here, because let's be honest, my crowd that listens to talk radio, they have probably seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
and
they know what
you
you're
get
talking
me.
about.
You get me.
I was only allowed to watch John Wayne growing up, so
John Wayne would have not been Ghostbusters material.
I think that's why I like old school Winchester lever action 30-30s so much.
What's not to like about that, though, really?
Right?
Yeah.
What were we going to ask her?
So,
what are you?
okay,
Natalie?
Blake, you're the referee today.
Yes.
And when we quizzed you about where do you land on the spectrum of risk taking and coupon clipping, you said no.
I said, don't talk to me.
Yeah, something like that. And so, okay, first of all, you're not much of a coupon person. Why?
I don't have time. It's too much work. I would rather just take the loss, which is not even really a loss because which
If you
Don't
don't
get me
look
wrong,
at the coupons, you don't know what you didn't save.
exactly, yeah.
Sure.
That's kind of I'm just going to pay for what I need to buy, plus a little bit more than I need to buy.
Because yes.
Plus things that I also don't need.
Because it makes you feel a little good.
But yeah, I have a 3-year-old. Just doesn't work for me at this point.
This, by the way, is a super important thing to consider, right? Like, I'm not going to shame you for this in any way, shape, or form. It totally makes sense because at the end of the day, you want to know the thing that people least often calculate is the value of their own time.
Exactly.
And the problem is we tend to think of it as like, well, if I'm not working, my time doesn't have value. I said, no, because you get to put your time somewhere.
Oh my gosh, you're making a shameless plug for why you hire a financial advisor because you don't have the time to do it yourself. So call us at 541-375-0898 and Little John Financial can solve it for you.
That was not even that wasn't even a pre-recorded clip. He just rattled it off. It's like
an advertise, like that was just on the spot. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I almost lost the point. I didn't, by the way.
You
But
can't shake the sky.
that was just,
No.
I mean, like, no, we're going to relentlessly talk about, no, you can't get more time at the end of the day. So we all make substitutions and trades with the time, right? And so you're not necessarily directly trading time for money. But when you take time to try to save money, it does take more time. And so if you don't save enough to be worth your time, what was the point?
Yeah.
And I think the challenge is for those of us that are like coupon clippers and deal hunters, sometimes you can get so engrossed in the game that the return actually isn't there. You poured all this time and effort into it, and what you got was a dopamine hit, but you didn't get a financial result that was beneficial.
Yeah.
Right? I say right on this show all the time.
It's okay.
You want to know something completely off track? Sometimes when I
Yes.
rattle off the phone number to the work, I'm like, did I just give my cell phone number out?
One day, if that
It
happens,
starts the
it's
same
like,
way.
Does it?
Yeah, 5413. And
Oh.
yeah, and so I'm like, don't give out that cell phone number.
I've come
Okay.
close before.
Have you?
Yeah.
So I have a thought on that, what you just said
Yep.
about is it going to be worth the time? If you take all this time doing the couponing and then save all this money, but then you're saying that sometimes maybe it won't turn out to be worth it. The time that you are taking to do the couponing, what else would you be doing? Would you be making money in this time?
It's so
Why is that not?
That is the crux of
well,
the...
that's the great gotcha though. Okay,
Because
let me
what
ask
if
you
you're
this
doing?
question. What's the value of reading your kid a bedtime story? What's it worth in dollars?
Dollars.
Right? There's no way to put a price tag on that.
Yeah.
And when we really get down to the brass tacks of when we talk about the True Wealth Show, I disagree with the premise that everything's going to get distilled down to dollars and cents. There are some things that, watching a sunset, I don't know how you put a price on that. I have sat on the Oregon coast and watched the sunset.
While couponing.
And, doggone you, Matt. You son of a gun.
Yes, so that you're not wasting time. You have to be couponing while you're watching the sunset.
Right. I mean, that moment is still a memory that is locked in there. And I'm like, that was awesome. and I don't
That's
care
where the term
what it costs. Right.
comes in.
And so I think those things still matter. And so the question is, was it worth trading your time for that? Whatever you wanted to do with your time, was it worth it? And I know my joke is when I started the business, we had to recycle paper clips. Money was super tight. And so you learn that behavior in order to survive. But at a point when the business moves faster than that, recycling paper clips actually takes more time than it saves and it costs more money than it saves. So there is a flip. When and where that changes depends on where you're at on your financial walk, right? When you first get started, you learn the skills of couponing. As you become more proficient at earning money, as you are worth more because of the skills and the experiences that you've trained for, then that trade looks different, right? But I think it's really important that you understand you're always making a trade. Every time you do something, whether you clip a coupon or not, whether you buy something that's really aggressive or speculate or not, crypto or whatever, everything you're making a trade one thing for another. And the question you should ask yourself, is it worth it?
Yeah. Okay.
So that to me is the big thing. And the rest of it, yeah. If it's not worth trading your time to manage your money, Matt knows the phone number for the firm and he can tell you.
Does he? I don't think he does, actually.
Should we try it again?
This is your commercial plug, Matt.
5, 4,
It's going to kill us all.
1, 3750898.
Yep.
Are you sure that's the right phone number?
5,
Okay.
4, 1. David just had a heart attack. Someone call the paramedics. Was it a stroke? Was it a heart attack?
Fired from the show, actually.
I don't know if we get to do this again. Yeah, give us a shout, give us a text, email us at info@littlejohnfs. And the idea is just make good trades. Make good trades with your time, okay? Decide whether or not it's worth it. There's only so many hours in the day. And sometimes what we do is we substitute money, right? You buy your time back. Just make sure that if you're buying your time back, it's worth it. Or if you're trading your time, that it's worth it. So that to me is the key takeaway on this one. And be careful that you're not rationalizing something just because you want it, even though you know better. It's okay to want something. Just, don't be a knucklehead.
I like it.
All right, that's it, guys. Well, in the final 6 seconds, we'll just say thanks for tuning into the True Wealth Show. Until next time, I'm Dave Littlejohn.
Matt Dixon.
Blake Linnellspa.
And you've been listening to True Wealth. It worked. I've decided to not do the call sign anymore for the station. Why? Because they do it anyway.
Yeah.
So
It's
I don't
free
need it.
advertising. You're taking
Okay.
your time.
All right, we
This is what
good?
the children do. Thanks for
Oh, yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Throw up some gang signs or something.